Hey everyone, hope you're doing well. In today's video, a domestic violence call turns into a serious investigation when a child becomes the key eyewitness. Let's see how officers uncover the truth.
Okay, when you came downstairs, what did you see?
My mom on the floor.
You saw your mom on the floor? Okay. Did you see anything else when you saw your mom on the floor? Was your dad around your mom? Okay, so what was he doing? It's considered domestic violence. Okay, and I'll explain the domestic violence laws and how they work in the state of Ohio. Is you guys on the ground, you over top of her, lines up with her story.
Yeah, I know where I'm going, but that's the thing is, like,
Okay, well, so what's going on, man?
You got a knife though?
No, I don't have a knife on me. So what's going on, man? So obviously you know that we got a call there for me to come out.
Yeah, I was in jail.
Okay, so what's going on, man?
Well, you probably want her side first.
I just want to. You got a cut there in your finger or something?
I sliced that one the other day, man.
Gotcha.
Sorry for you.
Okay.
I know. We got issues, you know. Okay. And then she wants to run her mouth to me. Every time I go to leave her ass, tell her I got to give her 90 days. Right. The last time I got a hold of you, that's what I went up there for. You know what I mean? And well, today, you know, she get in my face the past few times, right? Today she shoved me, right? So I shoved her back. I'm not gonna lie to you, you know what I mean? And then she wants to be dramatic. Then her boy want to step up in my face, right? I ain't touched the boy. You know, I just stood right there. You know, I don't believe kids should be talking to nobody like that. But that's my opinion. So that's a whole other problem. So anyway, she failed. I told her, you know, she got 30 days to get. That's how I said it. You know what I mean? She ain't gotta go nowhere, she said. I said, okay, it's my mom's house. You know, if I leave, she gotta leave. You know what I mean? We got no lease agreement, no rentals agreement. You know what I mean? We just staying in here, you know, off of me. So, you know, she thinks other words, right? Well, why she called? I don't know. She does this dramatic shit, so you have to ask her on that part of it, you know?
Okay. Deputy Maxwell at the sheriff's office. So can you tell me what's going on today?
sorry, it feels like my earbud's just busted, but,
So my dispatch advised that he hit you.
well, he actually threw me on the ground and pinned me up against where, you know, the corner of the cabinets are in the kitchen.
I didn't look at the cabinets themselves or the placement of it.
But just to an out by the window, and he threw me on the ground right there and going on top of me and was grabbing me and stuff and kicked me and
So he kicked you?
yeah, and he was gonna kill me
So where'd he kick you at?
in the stomach.
So did he hit you in the face or anything? Or
No, he just where he grabbed my arms, but there's only just this mark, like this mark, and a little bit on my elbow.
okay.
And my older boy's a little bit scared just because he got in the middle of it.
At this point, officers have two sharply different accounts, but the physical marks in the missing phone recording give them more questions than answers.
So did your boy see him pin you up against and throw you on the ground and get on top of you? Okay. So would you give me consent to talk to your son? Okay, what's your son's name?
I recorded him because he was screaming at me and stuff. And
So you have that recording?
no,
You don't have the recording?
no, because right as I started recording it and placed it down is whenever he grabbed the back of my shirt.
So it was recording, but just not video. It didn't record anything.
No,
you didn't actually.
I touched my phone, but it didn't.
Okay.
It didn't
It didn't start recording.
No.
Okay. So.
But I typically, every time he does this to me, I.
So as soon as you guys had an exchange of words over you taking care of the dogs over the kids.
He went to grab my phone.
He went to grab your phone. Okay.
And then took me to the ground.
He took you to the ground. So you said he put you up against the cabinets.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so
he pushed me up against the cabinets and went to take me to the ground over the phone.
Okay.
And said that you're done with your phone. And then he kicked me and said.
With what leg did he kick you with?
I don't know, because he was pushing me down at the same time.
Okay. Did he have his hands around your neck or anything? No, he didn't. No, he never physically struck you in the face with his hands or anything, but he kicked you.
Yeah.
So.
But I know that my head hit the cabinet multiple times because, like I said, my head's hurting and my ear feels like that. I'm going outside, buddy.
So I'm Deputy Maxwell. Your mom gave me permission to talk to you. How old are you?
10.
10? Okay. So your first name's Colston? Can you spell that for me?
Colesty.
S-T-Y? S-T-Y-N?
Yeah.
N? Okay, cool. What grade are you in?
4th.
4th? Okay. How do you like 4th grade?
Good.
Good? Good. Okay, cool. Well, like I said, I just want to talk to you a little bit. So can you tell me what did you see anything happening here? Did you hear anything?
Yes, I did.
Okay, cool. Can you tell me what you saw?
I saw my dad banging my mom against the counter.
The counter? Okay. What else did you see after that? So was he yelling? Was he yelling at her? Okay. So did you see him throw her to the ground or anything?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah, I was upstairs and I was just watching my phone and I heard a lot of yelling.
Okay. So you heard a lot of yelling. So you come downstairs after you heard all the yelling? What did you see when you came down the stairs?
My dad throwing her against the I don't remember. Counter.
The counter in there? Okay. Do you remember anything else from what had happened right there? No. Did you hear him threaten her or anything like that? Like threaten to hurt her?
No.
No. What did he say?
He said he's gonna call the cops.
You said he's not going to call the cops?
No, he was.
Oh, so you said he was going to call the cops?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Did you see him put his hands on your mom besides, you said he slammed her up against the counter, but then threw her, did he throw her to the ground? Did you see anything like that?
No, he didn't.
He didn't? Okay. Okay. Did you see him put his hands on her in any other kind of way? How so?
Like pushing her.
He just pushing her? Okay. Finish here.
Today?
Yeah. I don't need a context. I know we've talked to you guys, been going through some problems in the past, but I need from.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, man. She makes so much. You guys will learn that. I hope you guys take me, but you know, the whole thing with today is, you know, I'm in there asking her, you know, when she gonna make dinner, right? Because I had to go get my finger licked at, right? Then I come back, the kid's hungry. I was like, you know, well, dinner's at 5. You know, she's in there mopping her dog up. She takes more care of this dog than she does the kids. You know, these kids cuss, dude. They're unruly, man. You know, there's nothing, anything I say, I got no voice, especially with the other boy. You know, he'll sit there, stare at her. She'll tell him to yell up and down at the boy.
Colston?
Yeah, yell at him crazy, you know, and he won't listen to a damn thing, right? Then when I step in, she wants me. She was like, what can you say something to him? So I tell him, go clean his room. Then it falls back on my head. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, so I'm the bad guy. You're the one that told me to say something to him. You know? And then when stuff like this happens where I'm in there asking her what she's going to cook, I was like, man, you take care of that dog more than do our kids, right? Tipped her off the tip, right? So then she want to come in my face like every time. You know, I've gotten good at it. Just standing there, like being belittled by a woman, you know what I mean? And she's just going on and on. Because I watched my dad go through it, you know? But he's the other way. He was the one doing it to my mom, right? You know, and I was like, nah, I'm done with it today. You know, no, you want to push me? No, we're good, right? Then she shoved me again, so I about fell. You know, I got a hand fuck, so I shoved her back. You know, and then she's dramatic, falls down. Oh, stop pushing me, talking. I'm not even nowhere near her, dude. You know, stop doing this. Stop. I think she took a video, man. Stop doing this and that and all this. Colson comes down. You know, why are you doing this to my mom and all this? Dude, I'm in the bathroom. I'm like, doing what to your mom? You know what I mean? Well, I'm like, dude, you should not talk to nobody like that. I understand you want to protect your mom. That's fine. You know, I have nothing but respect for that. You know, but I'm not touching your mom. You know, there's no marks on that woman. You know, if there is, she done it herself. You know, that went down. I came outside, smoked. I've been outside since. I was in the garage. You know, I come back in. She's calling you guys. I'm like, cool. You know, I'll just stay outside for a little bit, go inside, wrap my finger up. Then that's when you came in. You know, so I mean, whatever it is, it is. You know, I can't change nothing. You know, I don't know what they said. I don't know, but I know my part of it. And that's what I'm gonna stick to, because that's what it is.
What I've been told as well. So I've been verbal dispute. Okay.
Right.
The officer is now comparing the suspect's version with the child's account, and the contradictions are serious enough to justify a temporary detention while the investigation continues.
But that ultimately led to you shoving her up against the cabinets, throwing her on the ground, getting her on top of her on the ground.
I never got on top of her. Yes, I can.
Okay. Well, I'm just telling you, I'm objective. I'm as neutral.
That's all that's been said, yeah. But
so I'm as neutral as it gets. So.
Right.
Did you kick her when she was on the ground?
Kick? Nah, dude.
Okay. So I also spoke to the son. The son, he gave me a side of his story from when he come downstairs, because he said originally he was upstairs when you guys were arguing, and then come downstairs.
Right,
And,
he was in the room, yeah.
And then he said he saw you push up against the cabinets, the countertop there. He said he didn't.
Can they do a lie detector test, man?
We can't do a lie detector test on a juvenile.
Can I request one on her?
I mean, that'd be a question you'd have to ask the sheriff. I mean, I can't.
Yeah,
we don't have that kind of resources there for a lie detector test or a polygraph test.
Yeah, that's what they need, man.
All right. So based off of that, I'm going to talk to the young man again. I'm going to talk to her again. So at the time, I'm going to have to detain you just because of the nature of the call being domestic related.
I have my pills ready.
Okay. Well, no, I'm not saying I'm taking you anywhere. I have to temporarily detain you. So I'll have you sit in the back of the car with me. So I'm going to cuff you in the front here. Do you have anything on you that might poke me, stick me? I know we got a history there. So this is just for my safety. You're just being temporarily detained so I can continue with the rest of my investigation. So I'll go ahead and lock those so they don't get too tight. You want to turn your wrist up like this for me? Yep, this way. Yep, thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Like I said, I'm not taking you to jail right now. I'm not taking you anywhere else. I just have to detain you temporarily until I can figure out what the rest of is going on here, okay? So you guys got into a dispute in the kitchen.
Yeah, I was standing right there.
Okay.
In the L of this, well, where the bar is, the L right there beside the sink.
Mm-hmm.
I was getting ready to put my phone right there in front of the microwave to turn it on to start video recording him, and it didn't take. And he said, "Well, this is my last time. You're gonna lose your phone." And he came from that chair right there.
This chair here, or this chair?
That chair right there by the bar.
Uh-huh.
Around there. We started fighting over the phone. He grabbed me and took me to the ground.
So he grabbed you and took you to the ground, or he grabbed you, did he grab you, and which cabinets did he throw you up against? I have to be very specific with what we're saying. So he...
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So...
This is the one we went down in front of, right here. This is the one we went down in front. I was right here at first, and then I went to set my phone over here because I was like right here trying to get my phone to video record, and laid it face down. And he said, came around this right here. He said, this is last time.
Her statement adds a longer pattern to the call, but officers still need corroboration. The child's account will determine whether these conflicting stories can be reconciled.
You're losing your phone. And I was trying to get it to press it to get it to video or recording, and it didn't take.
Okay.
And then I went back over this way, and he grabbed it, and that's whenever he took me to the ground.
So you had a phone?
It was shoved.
So are you willing to provide me with a written statement today in regards to what's taking place? Do you have any kind of knots on the back of your head, anything like that?
No, but my head just really hurts, and I just don't know how much longer I have to live in fear to live with him.
So you said you threatened to kill. I
got the courage to call the cops on him.
I got you. I understand. You know, and that's why I'm asking so many questions, because that's my job, to ask questions. Okay.
I mean, I can check 6 years of news.
And so you said he did threaten to kill you.
Yes.
Okay. In the process of your dispute while you were on the ground. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what the retaliation from this is going to become.
Well, I can't. All I can tell you is...
No, I'm saying between me and him, I don't know what the retaliation for me is going to be.
So, like I said, I mean, are you... Because this is considered domestic violence. So are you willing to provide me with a written statement? And would you allow your son to provide me with a written statement in regards to what he heard or saw? Violence. So I have to get a statement from you if you're wanting charges to be pressed.
I mean, yeah, I'll do a statement, but I just... No, I just know my head, and I feel like my eardrum's busted.
Okay, is your ear bleeding or anything like that?
No, it's not, but...
Do you want them to come and at least check your ear out? I mean, at least they might be able to see something within inside your ear, or... I mean, it's entirely...
It's fine, yeah. I'll have to come up here.
Okay. Okay. It's considered domestic violence. Okay, and I'll explain the domestic violence laws and how they work in the state of Ohio. We have a zero tolerance when it comes to that. And I know you're going to have a conflicting story as well, because everybody's going to have a different story based off the story of her and her son. although her son wasn't present for the entirety of the incident took place, him coming downstairs and seeing you guys on the ground, you over top of her, lines up with her story versus
The child's account of seeing his father over his mother now aligns with the victim's statement. With charges requested, the officer makes the arrest decision.
you pushing, or her pushing you, you pushing her back, and then her falling to the ground and being dramatic. I know that's paraphrasing how you explained it. So she's filling out a statement. She wants to press charges. Okay. So I'll be issuing you a citation today for domestic violence. Okay. So what that is domestic violence in the state of Ohio is a jailable offense. So I'll have to take you to Southeast Regional Ohio Jail today if they've got bed space or another facility that we work through. And then, like I said, domestic violence in the state of Ohio is you know, it's a jailable offense. But
You know what it is though, like
what's that?
what do I do? You know, I never been in jail, man.
What do you mean? What do you do with it, buddy?
I feel like I ain't been in trouble. So what is it like?
Oh, okay. So, okay, you're explaining how the process works. So I'll take you to jail this evening, and tomorrow our transport officer will come get you, and you'll have a bond hearing tomorrow morning. And then from there, I can't say what happens from there because you would just be a bond hearing tomorrow morning. Yeah. So our transport officer, I can't say what time he'll come pick you up in the morning, but it will be tomorrow. Okay. On here on this citation is that your court date and time tomorrow is going to be 10 a.m. on the 30th. So we'll have a transport officer come pick you up, okay? Yes, for a temporary protection order. So she'll have to be present. It's because it's an emergency protection order hearing.
When does he go to court?
He's got court at 10 a.m. tomorrow. Yep. So that's the time that I've got a citation issued for him to arrive in court. So our dispatch, our transport officer will pick up in the morning. So I can't say that there's not other people that are scheduled for 10 o'clock as well, but that's the time that he's going to be from regional back at the sheriff's office for court. Yeah, I mean, generally, I mean, we've got, when it comes, I don't like stretching out the court process. Like the sooner I can get you in there, the better, you know, especially situations like this. So, but I'll have that
Yeah, I know where I'm going, but that's the thing is, like do I go at 10 when he goes, or
What's that?
do I go?
The officer arrested the husband for domestic violence after the child's statement supported the victim's account. He was taken to jail with a bond hearing and court date set for the following morning. A temporary protection order and no contact conditions were also discussed. This case shows why domestic calls require careful investigation from every angle. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more body cam footage.
10 when he goes.
What I'll do is I'll contact the supervisor as well to make sure to see if you need to go at the same time, because it says within 24 hours you have to be present. So they may contact you in regards to wanting to have a time with you for a temporary protection order. But as far as that goes on the sheet, it says within 24 hours of the request of the emergency protection order. So it just says within 24 hours. The conditions of that bond would be no contact. No, is that what you're asking? Yeah, so there will be, I can't say what the conditions of the bond will be. So if he does bond out, whether it's cash bond or property surety or recognizance, there's always conditions to the bond. I just don't make those conditions.
Well, the reason I ask is because he could go to that bond hearing and they're itching to post bond.
Mhm.
He'll post bond and he can be out before you have the protection hearing.
Yeah. Well, that's typically what I've experienced is the conditions are set the moment of the bond hearing. So once they're like, okay, so they'll find out if he's indigent, if he needs the court-appointed counsel, so on and so forth. And then before they conclude their time there for the bond hearing, they'll mark conditions of bond. So I don't know if he'll be put on probation tomorrow. I don't know how that one would work. That's kind of out of my.
Or I'm coming right back.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
I can still be storming.
Well, like I said, there are conditions of bond when they do release somebody on bond. So and typically those are the conditions: no contact with the protected party until the duration of this case is concluded. That's typically how that works. I can't say for sure what